He was one of our first kids coming into care. He's got a tremendous story.
So he was a 3-year-old foster kid.
Yes.
Yep.
How did Peter find you guys how does that work? DCS?
Yeah, DCS. He was awarded, him and his siblings all came. We specialized in siblings and still do today, keeping sibling groups together. And so him and his siblings came to GAP. And the Clauers actually were his house parents when he was 3. And then he got adopted, but then that adoption didn't make it, and they came back into care. And the Clauers took him again because they were still serving in the house parent roles. You take on a child that has a trauma background, the capacity to make choices and good choices has been diminished because of that trauma. The problem with people in foster care is that they expect the child to be able to make good decisions when that child doesn't have a capacity to make those. What helps a child navigate that is the fact that we accept them in the fact that they make bad choices. We don't accept the choice, we accept the child.
What was that turning point? What was that you finally said, I hit bottom in my behavior and I'm making the turn?
Yeah, probably when it came, I couldn't make it in college. I went to college for a semester and a half, and again, alcohol was a big factor, and I decided to continue partying. And then when I realized I can't party and do schooling at the same time, then, the disappointment that I had for not only myself, but I knew that my parents were not, letting them down. I came back into Tucson, started doing some regular work, and, COVID hit, and that's when my dad decided he wanted to show me some landscaping. Seeing what I could, my potential, I think that was that moment, was my dad just working hand in hand with him. I'm like, wow, this is I can actually do something in this world and still feel good about myself. And I think that was that turning point.
Well, we have to learn in foster care that we can't reject when behaviors don't align, because if we continue to love, we continue to be there, we'll actually be able to shape and mold a child or even a young man, an adult. Reason he's adopted at 21 is there was a bond with that family that actually shifted his life and their life as a family. And so what the Clauers did through this whole journey was saying, we're not going to reject you, Peter. We're there with you. We don't believe and accept what you're doing, but we're not going to bail like has happened so many times in his life. And when rejection doesn't happen, there is a capacity to overcome.
I got married, and a few months after that, that's when I picked up this gig with him.
Amazing. Yeah, so he does all the landscaping for this campus and our homes now. So it's been full circle. Peter's a great example. He's connected not just with the Clauer family, but with the GAP family. People know him. Then all of a sudden the ministry says, you know what, I can hire you, Peter, and you can actually come back as an independent contractor. We hire his landscaping company, and he actually then gives back to this agency, and we give back to him in form of providing, he provides a service and we pay him legitimately for that service. I mean, we're designed to be connected with one another. And so if children don't connect, then we get the homeless issues and the things that we see today. But if there's a connection, it's that connection that breeds health in somebody's life.